What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turno, with my co-host, Brian Limper, and we are in the home stretch, kind of, for Queendom Puzzle. It was Elimination Day.
With one of the most unnecessarily long episodes of all time.
Let me tell ya, nothing really happened.
Yeah,
Besides eliminations, 5 eliminations, but other than that, not a lot went on.
I don't know if you can really call it eliminations as much as it was just who didn't make it.
Who's
not going to be there next week? Because,
is just going home.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's taking a break early?
It's a very interesting episode.
Whose season came to an end?
But this is definitely a perfect example of an episode that could have been like 30 minutes, and then we would have been done.
It dragged out.
A little too long for me.
Well, yeah, just for what it was. Still a good episode. Well, we had, I don't know, there was like a big recap in the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know why they recapped the whole beginning of the show.
I feel like you actually could have watched this one and kind of understood the whole entire thing. Because they recapped like from the beginning.
They did recap a lot of it.
So that was a thing. I'm trying to think if they really did. They showed a little practicing, didn't they? Oh no, they did some important stuff. They got the teams.
Yeah, they eliminated. They sorted themselves into these teams. Did you guys remember a couple weeks ago we did an episode where we said which members we'd want to see perform these songs that they were original songs made by producers for the semifinal performances?
Yeah.
And then this week they actually split them into the groups that people voted on.
So that was important.
Because these were I guess chosen by the viewers for it. So
yeah.
We got those teams. And
that was really fun, actually.
And I checked our actual choices that we made blindly a couple weeks ago, and they were actually pretty accurate in comparison to what they actually had.
Oh, yeah?
So the first team was Team A, and that was the puzzling group. And that was Kei, Miru, Jiwon, Rina, Sujin, Charon, Wooyeon, Suyeon, and Jui. Mm. And out of those, we got 4 of them right because there's actually going to be, I think it's 8 members. So, because there's eliminations. So, out of the 8 members on there, we got 4 of them right. So, it's pretty good. It's 50%.
50% for just blindly guessing.
But, we did say there's eliminations. So, there might be some shuffling around of a couple people here because they're going to be short a couple members.
Right.
But, I guess I'll find that out in 11 days, not even next week. It's
I know we have I guess we have a week off.
Like a whole in-between thing going on here.
Yeah. Interesting.
But the second group was the IDGA team, which was the song that was made by Bobby.
Yeah.
Which everyone was really excited to do. And that was Yuki, Hwaso, Yin, Sunga, Faye, Dowa, Sohn, and Urim. And out of there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of the 8 members on that, we got 6 of those right.
That's very
So,
good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then Group C is the I Do team, which was made by producer Ryan.
Yeah, the man, the myth.
The legend. And that was Bora, Yanni, Ellie, Zoa, Jiwoo, Nana, Jian, Juri, and Sion. And out of I know one of them has 9 and one has 8 or something. I guess we'll figure it out next week. I should have wrote it down, but it's too late now. So out of those, we got 5 right. So regardless, we got either more than half or more than half.
Over 50% for sure.
Either way, so that's pretty good.
So that was voted for by fans?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
They remember they showed the little ones at the end of the episode 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then it's okay, go vote for which member you want to see
That's
perform these
true.
songs.
It was a while ago.
It's really weird. So I mean,
it was really fun how they got the teams though.
Yeah, they showed what they had little envelopes
because they were in their Queendom kind of home base office building type room thing, and they all got kind of got called 2 by 2 or 3,
Noah's Ark.
And they each got an envelope, and then it had a letter. Then they went into an elevator and went down or up. I don't really know. I'm guessing down. And then they went out, and then it had each letter on the ground, and there was a little arrow of where they needed to go.
Like a New York train station.
And it was 2 of the letters took them to a car in the outside, and then one of them took them to a practice room in the bottom. So it was kind of fun because obviously it started with one person in each, and then they'd just be excited to see who were all the next people coming in. So
that's when they also apparently squashed the Yanni Bora beef that didn't exist.
I just want to say the Cherry Bullet Rocket Punch beef. I just want to say good job everyone. We did it. It's now over.
Apparently because they're best friends.
There's no more fighting between the groups that we didn't really know about before. But they were best friends. They were crying in each other's arms today. But that was, I guess pretty important that they did that just to get the groups separated. And it was fun. It was just fun to see the people interact with each other.
That is always a good time. They always love jumping out and scaring each other.
Yeah, I know. Gosh.
Even though they know someone else is there, so I don't know why they're freaked out.
And it was in a van, so it's really, can you not see them? But that was, I liked that. That was pretty enjoyable. And had meaning because now the teams are split up. The songs sound pretty cool.
I'm sure it'll be awesome when we watch them.
They showed a little bit of them recording them too, in the studio, or Bobby came and talked to the girls for a little bit. He was really awkward, but just kind of giving them some words of encouragement. And then the other teams actually went in the studio and they picked their parts for the songs pretty much.
Yeah.
They kind of went through that pretty quick, but it's just kind of normal protocol for elimination type shows and original songs and all that.
I mean, yeah, it was good. It's always fun seeing them interact with each other. I always like that's a good time.
Right.
But speaking of good times, I completely forgot to say I got one of my last albums I needed to complete my Tribe collection.
Oh yeah.
And so now I need one more Tribe album and one more Pixie album, which I could have ordered a while ago, but we're gonna go to Chicago in a couple weeks. Actually, next week. So I'll probably just try to buy them from a store.
Yeah.
And then I'll have every Tribe album and every Pixie album and every version
to ever exist.
And then Justin got an awesome album, which he's supposed to get 2 of, but he got 1 of.
I got the I Chillin' album.
Our new favorite new group.
I Chillin'.
Yeah, we love I Chillin'. They're awesome.
Go check them out. They're super cool. They just had a comeback that was really good. It was very
Kickstart's
upbeat,
a 6.
Fun,
Actually, every song's
summery.
awesome.
They're really great. Not kidding. Really fell for them hard because they're an awesome girl group. They have 7 members. And
everybody's awesome.
They're just super fun. All the members are great. We've watched some reality stuff and definitely already standing them. So go support I Chillin'. They're definitely that new goo vibe, just being a smaller group. But
and we
show
also,
them love.
well, I guess I ordered the original album that they had, their first one.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're going to have all the I Chillin' albums.
Luckily that was easy to get.
While I work on getting the rest of the Secret Number albums.
This year has just been all about
post Fire Saturday.
This year is just all about just supporting all the new goo groups.
If I've learned anything,
even though they're freaking awesome and totally deserve it, so I'm happy about it.
Ever since I've came out and said I was a solo stan of just Pixie, my life has been very difficult. So I don't know how people do it.
It's just the curse, man. Yeah, I don't think people do. I think they're liars, to be honest with you.
Because if you're going to solo stan a group and you're a K-pop fan, you either have to never watch content
you
from other
can't
groups,
be on the internet,
or just be lying, because I don't think it's possible.
I don't think it is. You're telling me you only like a certain group, but then you're not going to see a random clip of someone and not be like, oh, that sounded cool. Or something like that. No.
Even one of my friends I worked with talked about before, she's super into BTS. That's all she talked about. BTS, BTS, BTS.
Yeah.
Then once they disbanded, didn't disband, but once they went to the army,
careful.
All of a sudden she was just oh yeah, I love Stray Kids.
Yeah.
So I'm
guess what? That's how K-pop works. You move on.
If you're just a fan of BTS for this long, why do you all of a sudden just like this random group? Well, not really random, but why do you like this other group so quickly?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it'd work like that.
And that's kind of what we've done is I guess just ventured more into other types of groups, especially girl groups, and just giving them a chance, and people are awesome. So
you know who's really to blame for this? Minji and Jenny and friggin' Secret Airlines bringing all these awesome groups on there.
I know they're the new group express. And I blame Leo Presents.
And Leo Presents, because I freaking watch. I literally just watch Secret Airlines to watch Jenny do stuff because I love Jenny.
Yeah.
And then they bring on all these awesome groups.
Literally everyone we like now.
I'm you know what? This is your guys' fault. Stop introducing me to all these groups.
Secret Airlines, the most well put together interview type show I've ever seen. They just had I Chillin', and we just watched it 2 hours ago, so
I'm just waiting for the inevitable moment when they bring Nature on, and I just re-love Nature again.
Dude, they honestly probably will whenever or if ever they have a comeback.
But so yeah, that's our
status
album
now.
Update status. I guess I'm not a solo stan anymore. That lasted a solid month and a half. So
honestly, there's a lot of awesome groups that are talented, that are great. So see it through a new set of eyes and just give other people a chance, because my gosh, they're awesome.
So yeah, I Chillin'. That's our number one recommendation for the week.
Go check them out.
Go check our post episode sponsorship shout out. Go stand I Chillin', and go buy stuff from Cork STL in St. Louis.
Yeah, we did last week.
We did actually. Yeah, I bought every single Pixie album they had. So
yep. We did for birthday Saturday. Speaking of Fire Saturday, that was a fun time.
It was a good time. So go. I think they actually have a new internet site or internet site. I sound like an old person.
You really did.
A new web address. It still sounds like an old person. They got a new place where you can go like buy stuff. I think it's corkstl.com now. Yeah. Because I saw like a little post they had. Actually, you know what's going on today at 10 o'clock Central Time? I think.
Yeah, you're right.
New Jeans release party day, happy thing going on down in St. Louis.
You're right. That is awesome, man.
And go watch all of our New Jeans reactions.
I need to
react to a bunch of those.
When we're done, I gotta go grab that out of my. It's in my Jeep. I didn't open it yet. I got the Powerpuff Girls version. I don't know. So
snap! There you go. Good thing I brought it up.
Go to Target. Yeah, it's literally in my back seat.
We got that coming.
Buy it from Cork STL because
they're doing pre-orders for a lot of stuff right now too. I saw. So go check them out. We always link them in all of our show note descriptions. So check that out.
I'm excited for ITZY to come back because I definitely want to get some.
I think that's
their ITZY albums. It is, I think.
I'm so disappointed that their song's not on Spotify yet because their album's not out.
I know. I'm tired of typing in.
None of my business is so good.
None of my business on YouTube. Oh my gosh. None of my business was so good. I'm so happy they had that song. I love it. I listen to it all the time, but you just always have to go to YouTube, which is, inconvenient, even though it's not because we have the best kind of YouTube. But yeah, I need it to be on Spotify.
Speaking of, I just got a notification they're raising the price on that again.
Really?
Yeah. It's expensive.
If you get any money, let me know.
It's expensive.
I will say...
Gouging me for everything I'm worth.
I will say it's awesome because I've had your account thing for a long time. So if I ever have to go on YouTube on like another device or something, like my work computer, I'm like, what is this ad?
Oh, it's funny you say that.
Horrible.
So check this out. So my Magic Channel one, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes if I make a mistake or I recognize a mistake, I'll go comment on it on the actual video from the account and pin it so people see it, right?
Sure.
And the thing that's funny is that account's not... Why'd I say that like that? That account is not premium. So when I go watch my own videos on my own channel, I have to sit there and watch all the ads that I put on there because we got monetized just to put a comment and tag it at the right timestamp on it. It's so annoying.
It's really just when you don't have to do it.
I did it to myself.
Yeah, if you don't have it and then you have to deal with it again, and it's like one ad. You're like, oh my gosh, this sucks.
It's like a skippable one. It's like the longest 7 seconds of my life.
I just endure the pain because I'm so angry, but yeah, ITZY's coming back soon. I'm excited. And yeah, go buy all your stuff from Cork STL. They're the best.
Yeah, they're super cool.
We bought a lot of stuff last week.
And it didn't cost us really anything.
Super awesome stuff.
Because you got 3 albums.
I got 3 albums.
I got 2 albums.
You got 2 albums.
Did we buy anything else? That might have been it.
No, I was going to get the Binky, but they didn't have it. They probably will now because it's the event. But
I mean, we bought like 5 albums. It was like under $100.
It was awesome. All sorts of different types of albums, boy groups, girl groups, whatever.
And they just had like a release party for another boy group too. Don't remember which one it was, but
was it like Sixers?
I think it was something like that.
I could be very wrong, so don't
Strikers, Psychers, Biker. I don't know.
It's probably like something completely. The pronunciation is probably very different.
But they always have the stuff when they come out. They do a lot of release parties, cup giveaway, sleeve things, just all kinds of fun stuff. So if you're in the area, go check them out.
Oh yeah, at the Galleria in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Our mall we've been to a lot recently.
True.
Probably been more there than White Oaks recently anyway.
Well, I haven't been to White Oaks in forever. Don't go there.
Exactly. There's no K-pop there.
There's nothing there. Except apparently this place they're making like a new Dave and Buster's type thing or something.
Yeah, there's like supposed to be the picture had like a roller coaster. I'm like, okay, we'll see what this is.
I'm trying to think of what other stuff we can talk about here while we tricked you into listening to us talk about nonsense in between our review of Queendom.
Yeah, Queendom just wasn't as much, so we gotta have some.
Speaking of new goo, our other new favorite thing is coming on tour here soon.
Oh, man.
Triple S.
Who wants to go to Kansas City?
Shout out to our boy Arsis in our chat. He's been a Triple S fan since the beginning, and he tried to tell us about him all the time, and I was having none of it, right? Until we watched Queendom Puzzle, and my eyes had been opened to
awesomeness.
Yeah, after I saw the train wreck that was Soyeon's opening stage. You've heard us talk about it in the last couple of weeks. She's really blossomed into a great performer.
You know how we've felt and how she's been so much better.
And then somehow we went and checked out all the beginning of their Signal episodes.
Yeah, we're watching.
And she was S1, which was the first member introduced.
Yeah.
And now I love her. And she's my favorite person in the whole world. So
that's how it works every damn time.
I have invested a lot of money into the Cosmo card thing they got.
Gosh dang it, it's
I've
so
opened
addictive.
0 Soyons, 3 of the new girl, and 3 of the same
It's
Jiwoo
so
card.
addictive. Oh my gosh.
I've spent a lot of money I didn't need to spend, which, I mean, if you listen to us, that's just par for the course.
That's what I like to call life.
But yeah, so they just announced their Love Lucian subunit, just announced the tour,
U.S. tour.
and both of our favorite members are in it.
Akron, Ohio. Ever heard of it? Like, that's so awesome.
So they're going to be in Kansas City in this super huge thing, and we're going to go to Kansas City in October and go see them, because why not?
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun. And we're not even like super familiar with everything about it yet, but we will be. And
Yeah, we know like the basic stuff.
And that group isn't even out yet, so it's like still new.
So I really don't even know what they're going to perform, because I mean they haven't even put out a song.
Oh my gosh, I'm like very excited for that. Like, not kidding, just because I guess it's all new for everything, but the people we like are there. Like,
yeah, it's sick that since it's got split into 2 subunits, so like 8 and 8.
Yeah,
it's awesome that the one subunit that's coming on tour right now is like the one that has both of our like
as
biases
the people we
in the group.
like claim as biases in Triple S, so it's like perfect. And
Hiram's gonna be there, the one that's like the second one that got introduced.
dude,
so, you know.
mad love because she's the second
Because
person.
we know her more than the other members, because she's the only other person we've seen in
We
the
are
show.
working our best through these Signal episodes. We get it now because multiple people, our friend Arsis, and even the guy who was working at the K-pop store last week, because we're like, oh, so many people, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, you got to watch the Signal episodes. Like, that's how you get to know them. And now we exactly know what they're talking
I'm
about.
like, that's dumb. Like, how am I going to learn from that? But it's like you're forced to know who they are.
Because, like, you watch every single person, and then it builds off of it.
And they're kind of there for a few episodes before a new one gets introduced.
It's kind of just like, it's like a more, I don't want to say sophisticated is like putting it down, but like more sophisticated, like Luna, kind of.
Yeah, pretty
like,
much.
It's like similar but different, but again, isn't Mod House or whatever, like, people from there. Like, you can see the resemblance of all that. Kind of how Luna was structured is like
and their
formed.
And Triple S's whole thing is way more elaborate than that, like overall.
Yeah, like,
it was like voting by fans and blah 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 and all this stuff.
It's genius. It's really cool because it's just super different than any other group. Like, there's no group like that, and I'm just excited to get up to speed to, know everyone we're
Yeah, I mean, 330
it's like
episodes. We're
like
gonna be caught
every
up.
day is a thing, right? Like,
Hey, by the time we go see them, we'll probably have seen every single episode of their thing.
Gosh, I hope so.
Maybe.
I'm so
know.
excited for that. Yeah, if you're gonna go to Kansas City Triple S Love Evolution Tour, we'll be there.
We will be there.
They'd love awesome venue. I'm just excited to go to Kansas City. We're always down for a road trip. If you listen to this,
I love
you
road.
know.
Yeah, we love road trips and going to new places. And this is
We've
a place
never
we've
been in Kansas City, and I'm excited because I really want to do it. But
And
yeah,
it's a weekend.
and it's Saturday, Sunday. Saw that, and I was like, yup. That's what I like to call not going to Chicago again.
Yeah, somehow we manage to avoid there all the time, except for this next month.
Yeah, we're gonna be there in probably back by now, but next week we'll be there.
Because we're gonna see. Next week we're gonna see.
Next week we're gonna see New Jeans in person.
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna see
pretty
New
crazy.
Jeans. Then we're gonna stay and hang out for a little bit, so that'll be fun. Yeah, you're right. We will probably be back by now. Then of course we got KCON, which has nothing to do with it. But then
Yeah,
you got to
it's been
go
Los
up there
Angeles.
on a weekday to go see aespa.
Yep.
And then I thought, hey, August has been a slow month or fast month, whatever. Maybe we can chill, not go to a lot of concerts, hang out for a little bit. Then of course we're gonna go see Dance Gavin Dance.
Yeah, we have so many.
Then a
scheduled.
week later we're gonna go see Hanabi, which is
Yeah.
a Japanese metal
Yeah.
group. And then after that, well, I guess September. Well, it wouldn't matter because August, September, October, we're gonna go. The first thing we have up on our lineup is to go see.
If
What's her face is in the 28th in Kansas City.
yeah,
Love Lucian Triple S.
if we don't go to Stacy because that's in October as well.
But yeah, we might go to Stacy too. Who cares?
That's in Chicago on a Friday, so you never know what could happen. But yeah, just when you think there's not stuff going on, there's stuff going on.
And then there's other shows that got announced that we just haven't got tickets or are gonna go to, like Icon, Dreamcatcher.
Not doing those.
Um,
We just saw Dreamcatcher. No offense to them.
and it's
but,
like a really small tour. It's really weird.
we'd have to. They're not even. Are they even going to Chicago?
I don't know.
I honestly think our closest one was Nashville. And I was like, well, we're not doing that.
And then Icon's seating and payment systems is so confusing. I'm just not going to do it.
That's one that's like would be cool, but it's like there's just a lot of other stuff going on. So,
But yeah, we got a lot of tours coming up. I'm sure there'll be more.
yeah.
Especially if we go to see normal groups that aren't. Oh, dude, the freaking awesome concert of Armor for Sleep that's coming.
Oh yeah, that's
Gosh,
true.
I'm so excited for that.
I don't remember when that was.
But yeah, I mean, this has nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but I love Armor for Sleep. They're like an old emo band. And back in 2015, I saw the 10-year anniversary tour of one of my favorite albums ever, which is kind of sick, and then I didn't think they were even a group anymore.
Yeah.
But now they're coming on a 20-year anniversary tour of an album we listen to all the time.
That's really crazy, actually.
Like, literally all the time. It's one of our go-to cruising
It's the driving
albums we listen to
playlist.
when we're driving home from concerts late at night.
Yep.
And guess when that is?
When?
Oh, never mind. We're not going to go to... Oh, no.
What?
No. Don't do this to me.
Just say it.
Guess when the one in St. Louis is?
I have no idea, because we have so many other
October
things.
28th.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Armor for Sleep. We gotta go to Kansas City.
Let me see something real fast. Dang, I knew that date sounded really familiar.
I was gonna say, all these things are making me nervous because they're all kind of getting released around the same time. So I'm like, uh-oh, I feel like we're gonna get some overlap.
Well, looks like I might be taking that old day trip by myself to Chicago to see him at the House of Blues.
When's that?
October 30th on a Monday.
Oh, there you go.
Because all the other ones after that are like super far away.
Oh, well, yeah, you could do that. Chicago, yeah, that's not bad at all.
Armor for Sleep, I'm so sorry. Man,
I thought that was the Chicago one you were talking about.
No, that's the one that's the one in Chicago's on the 30th.
Where's
the one in
the
St. Louis is the 28th.
Oh, St. Louis.
That was like the sickest show ever because it's the Armor for Sleep, Dream to Make Believe, a special guest in early November, playing The Room's Too Cold, the one album I like by them, in its entirety. And then their opening band is The Spill Canvas. For all your old emo fans.
Where were they going in St. Louis?
The Red Flag.
Ooh. What? That would have been
The place we saw
Yeah,
Pixie?
that would have been dope.
But it's literally the same day as Triple S.
I don't know. I'm very dedicated to this Triple S concert.
I mean, the Triple S ones would be way
I'm very, very motivated to see that. And it's like in
Well,
Kansas
you
City,
all
which is cool.
just got to hear the excitement die in my life, so...
Dude, you can just go to Chicago.
I could. I don't know.
Something about... I don't know. Chicago's just be far sometimes.
I mean, it's fine. I just don't know if I want to go on a Monday night and then come back,
Yeah.
go to work on Tuesday. Maybe if my other friends are going, if Allie's going to go, I'll see if I'll...
I'm sure Allie will definitely be there if she's not getting married. Like, that day.
Actually, speaking of that, my cousin has her wedding coming up in October. I wonder what day that is.
28th, you can't go to the wedding.
Well, I'm not going to go.
28th is the most important day of my life to see Love Evolution, who I don't know all the people besides 3. And is you in that?
No.
Okay, 3 people. And I don't even know what the music is because it's not out yet. But it's the most important day of my life.
That is going to be pretty sick.
It's like literally tied with KCON for excitement right now. I'm so pumped.
The only thing I had in my life that was tied with that was going to see Armor for Sleep. But
Do you still
my dreams are dead.
Just see if some of your
Show's
buddies
over. I'm
are-
done. I'm too sad
It's time
now.
to retire. Just sell all the tickets we have to everything except Hanabi.
Yeah, I'm going to go see Hanabi. I spent like a whole $18 on that.
Yeah, so we are going to be busy until about Christmas.
Yeah, I was
So
going to say. Shit.
it's just so funny when you're like, yeah, chilling out time, blah, blah, blah. It's like, nope.
No. I really thought I was going to die off after August, but I guess not.
Well, yeah, fall time is just picking up. I just need the K-pop people to chill. Which,
But anyways, there you go. That was our catch-up here.
That's our catch-up on life.
We usually do that at the beginning of the show, but I forgot about it.
Stuff's
so.
pretty good. Stuff's pretty good.
If you're going to go see Armor for Sleep in Chicago, let me know. I'll go with you.
Yeah, you can go see him.
But that's pretty much our catch-up, and we went over the little team thingies. The only thing they really did at the beginning of the show before they announced the eliminations was show the Queendom team getting stomped by the puzzle team.
Okay, this is ridiculous. So they showed the
They
final...
5-0'd them.
It's so stupid because they made such a big deal about showing what the rankings were against the Puzzle and Queendom teams. And it was already 3-0 Puzzle, right? That was the team that was winning. And, like, they won the other dance ones, too.
Like, it wasn't even close.
The votes, they dominated them. I don't know how. I mean, I've seen some people...
I don't know who was voting on these in the crowd.
The crowd just has to be extremely biased and like the members of the puzzle team more.
Oh, 100%.
They just-
That we said from the beginning. That's
like-
the whole show.
And, like, I get it. The puzzle team had people who were more popular, and that was it. Because, like, they're literally out there making mistakes. They're out there messing up. They're out there not performing as good as songs that I thought. Like, I really thought the Queendom team did really well and maybe should have won. Probably should have won both those dance ones.
If not one of them.
If just one. How, I just can't even believe you can't even, like, rig that so they win one. Like, they 5-0, they didn't win one thing.
Like, it showed the accumulated votes for all the performances.
Yeah.
And every single one of the one for the puzzle team was over 200. And the ones for, like, the Queendom team didn't even get close to 200.
They were like 170.
Like, they got
70.
destroyed.
They got whooped, and it's just crazy because, again, the one stage with Yun and Nana, like, I don't know. Usually when people make mistakes and stuff, they get drilled really hard for it.
And they pointed it out, too.
And they made multiple mistakes, and it was not a great performance by any means. That team didn't have good chemistry, and, like, they won still. It was like, what was the point of doing anything? And then Hiso's stage was so cool with Sharon, and, like, that was so sick. And then it was like, did they go up against Webb? Was that their matchup?
I think so, yeah.
And, like, Webb was cool, too. Like, I liked it, but the other one was still better. I thought I don't know. The Webb one was, like, cool, but I feel like the little things were kind of annoying.
I guess our one votes don't count.
Yeah, it's just kind of stupid because it's 5-0. It's like, well, maybe we could have made the teams, which I guess they made the teams, so.
I don't know. I think it's kind of lopsided, honestly.
I guess, I don't know. I don't even remember. I was like,
it's crazy because you see the interviews after it, and some of the group members are like, I've lost so much self-esteem and confidence.
yeah, like every episode, Yeonhee just cries now because they don't win anything, and it's like, oh, you know what's the answer to that? You're just gonna lose more.
Yeah,
like,
she has not won anything.
I was like, dang. I think that they should have won both the dance ones at least. The vocal ones, I'm trying to really think. Honestly, I think it was a toss-up between Bora and Kay's song against Doa's song with that vocal. Like, I thought those could have been either way.
But yeah, I don't know. The one team just destroyed them.
It wasn't close, and they kind of just like made it dramatic for a second, and
for no reason at all.
And then they just like said it, and it was over, and they like never even went back to it. So those people just got the benefits, I guess.
Then they did like a little When the Cherry Blossoms Fade stage for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And they had Zoa and Jiwoo up as like little MCs like on Music Bank.
With for like one thing, and then they didn't do anything else.
And then they just sang the song called, I think I said already, Rise Up, and it was like a group
It's like
performance thing.
the theme for the show, I guess.
And then
there was like confetti, and I was like,
there's like confetti cannons, and like
now they get to eliminate people.
Yeah, and everyone's like all happy and stuff, and then everyone's getting eliminated. But I don't know. I just can't believe they got 5-0'd.
I just think for the sake of the show, it's just like, wow, like that team didn't win any. Like, when does a team not win anything? You know what I mean?
Like in terms of reality shows or elimination shows,
even
by far the worst performance against another team I've ever seen in my life.
You mean the one stage with Yun in it?
No, I just meant like the fact they lost 5-0.
Oh, horrible! I don't remember anything like that before of anything. Yeah, you're right. I don't.
Like terrible.
They just didn't.
Which is on them. That's the.
No, they did great.
They did good.
I think they won a lot of the stages.
Overall, in the terms of outcome, that is like awful. Like they weren't even close to beating them in any of them.
Nope, it was a goose egg, complete goose egg, non-competition. And again, if it's the crowd voting for it, the crowd just obviously likes those girls a lot more than the other girls. Like,
I blame Bora.
I do too, honestly. So that's just pretty much what that was, which was just nonsense. I don't understand. I don't know. I didn't get it. I was surprised. I thought they'd get at least one.
I thought they'd get one.
I thought it was maybe 4-1.
Like throw them a bone. Like just make them not look terrible.
Like, you know what? We got them in the. Nope. They didn't win the dance battle. Hey, at least they won the rock paper scissors.
They did win that. There you go.
There we go. Gosh, damn. It was kind of sad, honestly. I kind of felt bad for them. So then we had that, and it was like, okay, you guys got stomped. The winners got their benefit. And then we moved on to the actual eliminations after they sang their song.
But before we do that, we got some drinks here to try.
Oh, we actually have a lot, so we should do that.
So this is...
You pick which one we want.
Hold on, this is something we've never tried before on the show.
Right.
Everyone knows we try sodas and we try energy drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is for all you dairy farmers out there listening. We are trying this thing I've never seen before called Rolling Lawns Farm from Greenville, Illinois, milk. All right? Now, the thing that makes this interesting is there are different flavors of milk. Like, you know, you have strawberry, chocolate,
Yeah.
whole, whatever, normal milk.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a plethora of milk here. I'm not really sure what to think about it. One of them is strawberry milk, which is pretty basic. We're going to try that one first. Just, you know, if you mess with strawberry milk, the others are probably pretty terrible.
Get it out of the way.
The other flavors we have are, we're going to try them in, I think, in my opinion, order of most normal to the weirdest.
Agreed.
We have one that's cappuccino milk, which I'm assuming just tastes like coffee, which is pretty sure
it was
normal.
more expensive too, so.
It was. Then we're getting into the strange ones, where one is root beer flavored milk.
Interesting.
And then we got a bunch of these like these small bottles, and I had to get the one big bottle just for the show because I didn't want to not have it, you know?
Naturally.
And that was orange cream milk, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Right.
So let's try this strawberry milk.
What if it's just horrible?
That's what I'm saying. If they can't do strawberry
Greenville,
milk. Greenville's
fun
like
fact, is not that far from us.
No, it's not.
So it's, I guess, local milk. Local
It
cows.
does say pure local.
Local strawberry cow.
You can taste the...
You taste the local.
It's pretty good strawberry milk.
Wow, that was so good. A+.
Honestly, might be the best strawberry milk I've ever had in my life.
That was so good.
My hopes are very high for these next ones.
It was like the most perfectly sweet milk ever because it wasn't too much. I love it.
It's like Oberweis, but better. Now we got... This one smelled... I have high hopes for all these right now.
Is that the coffee one?
This one's the cappuccino milk.
Oh, boy. Wow, that was the best.
That's like a 5-star out of 5
Yeah,
star. Everyone go buy that. That's like
10 out of 10. Shout out to Greenville, Illinois.
You know, that's exactly what it sounds like it tastes like. Cappuccino milk. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that was excellent too. Definitely just like tastes like a coffee.
It does. That's actually pretty good.
Wow.
All right.
I am impressed.
Now we're going to the root beer milk. We're going to save the orange milk for later at the end of the show.
This one definitely is weird.
Dude.
Root beer milk sounds weird. It smells exactly like root beer.
I kind of think it's going to taste like a root beer float.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is sick. I love
Which
root
is
beer floats.
good, yeah. It smells exactly like root beer.
It smells like a root beer. Shout out to whoever figured this out. Like, this is like some weird
How'd they
science
do
shit right
that?
here.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like pretty good.
Yeah, it is good. It's just like, it is like a root beer float. And when you like mix it up, kind of with the ice cream at the end, and it's like thick root beer.
Man, that is awesome.
It's very good. Wow.
That is really good stuff.
These might have been the best overall drinks I've ever had on this show.
This is better than any energy drink we've ever had.
Honestly,
on here.
they all taste really good.
All right, I'm really hyped for this orange cream one
The
now.
orange one is gonna be sick.
But we'll save that for last. Don't give away any
I just want to
spoilers.
tag them on our when we post it and be like, "Yo, we tried your stuff."
Can you guys sponsor us and just give us milk?
Milk all the time.
This is like the most milk I've drank all year.
Dude, same.
I don't
I haven't
drink
had
milk.
milk in forever because I haven't had. Usually, if I have it, it's just because of cereal, but I haven't had cereal in a long time. Oh man, those are all really good.
Man, that's sick. All right.
Shout out to the root beer cow.
Yeah, I know. Where's that guy at?
That guy's dope.
Eliminations, right? We really didn't get too many eliminations. They kind of just said the top 7, and then they gave us the bottom 5, and they just aren't coming back. So top 7 was Suiso, Urim, Nana, Gian, Yuki, Yin, and Kay. The only ones I was really shocked by was Kay. I don't know why she made it. I guess she does a bunch of Lovelyz fans. And I was kind of surprised Yuki was there. I mean, she didn't like do bad or anything. It's just the Purple Kiss fans must have really voted her in there.
Yeah. I don't know. No one was like super surprising in the top 7. Yuki was like a little bit, but I'm like, yeah, I could see it. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people that could have been
I would
in
have
that
felt
spot.
like maybe like Yin or Zoa or Bora or, you know, even Rena would have made it into the top, but
Yeah,
it's only interim rankings. They said that 400 times. Interim rankings. So
we understood it was not the final. Yeah, I'd say, I guess if I had to pick one person I was like, oh, interesting, it would be Yuki. Even though I have voted for Yuki every single time.
dude, your votes mattered.
I was going to say it worked, I guess. I think, a few people I voted for were in there, so that's good. It's really going to annoy me, and when, like, we have to have either Bora or Kay in the final because we have to have a vocalist. Let me be the first to say we don't, because everyone's good at singing. We don't need this team to sing ballads. None of them have to be in there. We could have someone else. I don't want Kay or Bora in the final. I'm sorry. I just don't. And I feel like it's like the give or take. Like, if Kay's not there, it has to, you know what I mean? Like, has to be Bora. Because they're like the big singers. It's like, no.
Speaking of that.
Literally put someone else in there. Like,
during the vocal practice thingy.
So I was not surprised Bora was there. Kay was there. I just didn't want her there.
For the I Do thing, they were like practicing the thing, and Bora's like, I want to be main vocal, because of course she does.
She has to. That's the thing. It's like, that's what you do. It's like, you have to do it. But
and Gian from Gian from Weekly also was doing good. Ooh. And producer Ryan was like, hey, you know what? You're going to be sub-vocal 1, Bora. Gian's going to be the main vocal. Hey, there you go. Gian's in the final lineup already right now. So that's the main vocal right there. She beat Bora.
She can sing. She can sing. Let's just put Zoa in her spot. Boom. There's your final lineup. I'm fine with it.
And the look on Bora's face when she got denied main vocal.
Eyes. Oh my gosh.
I've never seen somebody with so much hatred and fury in my life.
She looked more angry than Rena than all the times when Rena looks like that.
And then the one thing she told Gian was, hey, if you're nervous, being the main vocal, the title doesn't matter. It's just like being sub-vocal 1.
She's like, it's pretty much the same as sub-vocal 1. I was like, you are such a sore loser, Bora. And if that's a correct translation, shame on you. Help this girl out. She's like, I will help you. She's like, it's pretty much the same as mine. And it's like,
There's nothing to be worried about.
The position you literally put your hand up for to get and you didn't, and then now you're trying to downplay it? Okay. I've seen this one before.
Yeah, so that was kind of weird.
So
my favorite, though, was a little quote, the little subtitles at the bottom, like, Bora gives a younger member sincere advice.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
She's angry at the.
It was like the most backhanded compliment ever.
From the translation, it was extremely backhanded, and that's the vibe I got. Is that she was just trying to downplay it because she didn't get it because she was a sore loser.
Pretty much.
I just don't want Hurricane in the final. I don't care about singing.
We already determined.
Gian can do it. Everyone else can sing.
Yeah, Gian can do it. She's fine. So. After that, they did this weird thing where Bora came in late to their meeting and brought the mailbox prop from her stage with her. And they gave out letters that were handwritten by fans to them. They're like, hey, fighting, doing a good job.
Yeah, that was a very long segment. And
everyone was crying.
They all got their. I just want to know if everyone got a letter. I think they did, but
Faye couldn't read hers.
She's like, what's this say? But then they wrote letters back, and it kind of took a while. But I mean, good for them getting some encouragement. Shout out to Ellie getting some encouragement.
Shout out to Ellie for not getting a letter.
Honestly, I'm starting to turn. Am I voting for Ellie?
She almost had both feet out the. Okay, first off, I'd rather have Ellie in the final group than
100%.
Kay or Bora.
Yep, 100%.
I know you're listening to this, Aaron Burr, and I'm sorry for all the Bora hate, but this show's really just. Do I hate Cherry Bullet now? Is it time to take all my Cherry Bullet stuff back?
I mean,
goodness gracious, gosh, God.
Bora by far is the most showed person. And the most talkative person on there that's from that group. Sharon wasn't shown at all. Sharon, I mean, we'll get to that in a minute. But, G1 does her thing, but Bora is just, constantly... I'm just not voting for him. That's all I'm not voting for. Never have, and I just don't want to. Yes.
Oh, speaking of, in the other group that we're in, the puzzling group, G1 won main vocal part over Kay, so...
She did. There you go. I mean, whatever. Get them both out of there. I'm tired of vocalists.
Kay was very shocked, but I don't think she was as angry as
No, I think Bora was actually, wanting to punch Gian in the face. That's a direct...
Hey, she's got the
said it.
She's got the glaring eyes of Bora on her and Rena.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I know, right? She's making all the older...
all the enemies.
Well, actually, I don't really know if she's... Rena's not that old at all. She might be the same age as Gian. I don't know.
She just looks older.
I love Rena. I wish she'd make it.
But, yeah, man, she just, I don't know.
Tired of it. Stay out of my top 7, okay? I feel bad for
other thing I've really realized from watching all these shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that, we've said it before, you said it to me before, I feel like G1 being in Cherry Bullet has really held her back.
I could have a whole, you know what? If you ever were out for an episode, that was my idea I was going to do for my solo episode is justice for G1.
Because she's I think been in other elimination shows oh yeah, she's born to be the sinner. Oh, you're the best performer in this group. Or oh, you're MVP.
I could go on for hours.
Even here, she's you're not only better main vocalist, but you deserve the main vocalist part over a main vocalist. Like, there's nothing you can't do. Like, you're number one in all these categories.
She's
and then
so
she just
good.
fades into like obscurity because she's in Cherry Bullet.
I just think that it's just, I don't know, kind of like a great player that has like injuries that hurt them and they just can't reach their full potential. I think she has the potential to be like an all-time amazing, incredible idol as far as like being in a group, doing like commercials, possibly like literally like a famous Korean celebrity. I think Jiyeon has everything it takes to be like one of the top ones. It's just like she's in Cherry Bullet, so it like kind of holds her like ability is too big for Cherry Bullet, but she has to contain it because she's in that group. And I don't know. I've kind of thought that ever since we started following them is like she just has like the look and the mannerisms and the confidence of like an extremely talented like popular person who is like actually a genuine superstar, but she's in Cherry Bullet for FNC and they just like don't get that love. And it just sucks because now their time is like kind of gone in like passing, and it's like, and we're really gonna have to watch you get eliminated from another show like this. Like that's heartbreaking. Like I don't know. I just always thought you deserved way more. And I really like Cherry Bullet. Don't get me wrong, I really do, and I like the other members of Cherry Bullet, but like, Jiwon's just like different. I don't know. I'm just like, what makes her different than anyone that's in like Twice, and that's just like the company. But I was like, I think she could go toe to toe as far as like abilities.
Well, like I said, if you watch,
she just has like such a great look. She's such a beautiful person.
Any
too.
of these like
and she's always so good.
Reality shows or elimination shows, she's always like the highest ranking in all of them. And
she's
like,
a great dancer, really solid.
Gets great remarks from like the coaches, the judges, the producers, everything.
Always has like a very solid attitude, but also is very like confident in her ability of me being like kind of like a center type vibe, like all eyes on me type. I mean, it's just something I've noticed, and I really like her a lot. So I mean, I guess there is like bias showing there. But I just think she's like literally too big for that group, but it's held her down, and now their time is like kind of passing. Because I mean, it's not like we have like this great Cherry Bullet awakening of like becoming this huge popular group. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Not to say they're not at like their own kind of like, you know, they're not like some small tiny group that no one knows. Like obviously they have fans, but I don't know. It's just kind of the cards you were dealt, I guess. But I've just always thought that about.
Maybe
G1.
one day I'll be absent. You guys can have an entire episode of Justin ranting about
it's just
G1.
it just makes me mad just following them, and then like I don't know. I just don't want to like hate on the other members of Cherry Bullet, but it's like there's just a difference there. I just don't.
Maybe they just seem to do what other groups have done, even though it's gonna like put Cherry Bullet in obscurity and just promote her as a solo artist, like how Goo Don did with what's her
just
face?
Like put her just let her do like commercials or something. I don't know. It's just gonna suck because like I don't.
Sejong.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think.
Or like Becky tried to do with Yoojung.
As much as I'm voting for her every single week, I don't think she's gonna make this final just because the fact of Cherry Bullet is like kind of past the like. They're just kind of like, I don't want to say past our prime, but you get what I mean. I mean, K-pop moves so quickly that. I mean, look at like High Key is like gaining so much popularity from this show because those girls are great and they totally deserve it. And like I see a lot of people online being like, oh well, like High Key's super great. Like I'm a fan now because of this. Like, I doubt anyone's watching this and becoming a fan of Cherry Bullet because they know Cherry Bullet and they've been around. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean,
like,
we've said we had a whole episode about this.
They're not like
what makes a group popular.
Yeah, like
so we're saying it's like
they're not like up and coming.
There's like I forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about like there's certain ways of like people talking about certain groups like, oh yeah, they kind of reach their limit, they're not going to get more popular.
Yeah.
Because as we've seen before, a lot of groups get popular when they come out.
Yeah.
Or like on the K-pop ranking thing.
Yeah.
New members never are the most popular members of the groups because they miss that initial burst of the group being really popular, people trying to latch onto them.
Sure.
So like, I mean, iChillin still can make some fans because they're pretty new.
Yeah.
But then
I think they are.
You have other groups like even like Dreamcatcher or like Cherry Bullet or what are some other ones? Maybe like when DIA was a group, like they had their chance to make a boom and they didn't. So you're not gonna have like out of nowhere like Brave Girls. We're just gonna have a whole like renaissance of a huge wave of like new fans joining their fandom out of nowhere.
I don't
because like one song
and like I don't say like didn't make a boom. It's just you're kind of like a group like that or like Dreamcatcher, who's extremely successful and can come make money and they are their own company in a way. So obviously they're not any type of flop, but like you kind of just like have your rise and then you have your plateau where you're gonna be, and that's just how K-pop works. And like obviously there's gonna be like the mega star ones, and you don't really see like a random group kind of just like overcome that. And I guess I just see G1 as someone who could be in that top category group, but obviously Cherry Bullet is like a few rings down from that, probably quite a few if we like really tried to make tiers. But like it's just tough because like Haiky's still kind of new, so everyone's like, oh, Rina, he's so like awesome, blah. Like us, I'm more of a fan of them because I really love both those girls, they're great. But like Cherry Bullet's been around, so it's like not new. So you're like, oh, Cherry Bullet, like I saw these girls get eliminated in Girls Planet, like now they're just getting eliminated again. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, stay tuned.
I just feel, I don't know. I really wish G1 could make it. I don't know if she will, but
maybe I'll.
Bora, I don't know. Whatever, Bora can do whatever, and
maybe I'll just let you go off and rant about it next week, since apparently there's not an episode next week. So.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, well, we'll have to.
We'll just have a whole etiquette.
We'll just like eat some food.
We'll have a whole dedicated episode next week to Justin talking about
who deserves more in K-pop.
But yeah, that's basically your top 7. Then the bottom 5 were basically announced by group, so they're like, oh yeah, this is the
I kind of liked that.
IDGA group. Is anyone getting eliminated? Yes. And then they eliminated Soyeon, so now I just don't care about the show at all. I'm going to go follow Lovolution.
I'm just going to say...
She also got eliminated, though. She wasn't there.
I'm just going to say, that's kind of bogus.
Seems like a cop-out, honestly.
Yeah, like, first off, she was horrible in her first thing.
As much as I like her now, she was very bad in the first performance.
I'm pretty sure I said one of the meanest things I've ever said about an idol, where I was like, I don't understand how you are a debut idol. That was really mean, and
But it was
don't
bad.
take it back at the time, but I take it back now. Because she's been really good, and you can go back and listen. Impressed us every other stage. And what we learned in this one is she got eliminated first. But when they were practicing for their stage, she was like filming something or doing something, so she wasn't even there.
Yeah, she's probably Triple S doing something.
Like you're not. So she's not even there to like. I don't know, gain votes or do something.
Yeah, it's like it was voted on by the fans, so I mean I don't know how that really worked.
So
also fun fact, like every show, we never see what the actual rankings are. So I have no idea how close she was even making it. She could have been like the number 6 person, then one more person voted for Ellie, and she beat her out.
That's what I'm saying. Idea. That was really bugged me about this one, is because we didn't get any numbers at all. We just got told a top 7, not in any particular order. They're just.
I'll say we also learned that apparently the total votes on this would not have been good enough to make you in like the top 8 of like boys' play.
I think you would have probably been,
maybe not even girls'
You probably would have made the like not the final, but you would have like made a certain cut, but like pretty lower to the end. I think it was like
2 million,
2 to 3 million
total.
Something.
That's not just from one person. That's total.
So
Hyunbin had like 8 million votes in like the first elimination.
Yeah, those guys were ridiculous. It was crazy. Freaking some of those ones for shouting too, just like ridiculous.
And somehow she still is number 9, rigged.
Because that dumbass show completely changed everything all the time, just to rig it without rigging it. But so yeah, I thought it was really unfair for Soyeon. Like she wasn't even there, and then she got eliminated, and like
now we're gonna see her in Kansas City.
Yeah, we're gonna see plenty of content for her. I just want to say shout out to the stylist today, because everyone wore like nice dresses, and my gosh, everyone looked great. They look. I always like when they wear like fancy dress type vibe, like red carpet, whatever. Everyone looked great. Like I was very impressed with everyone's vibes out there.
You wouldn't even see this many home runs hitting a home run.
Oh my gosh, it was like sometimes the stylists miss, but they did not miss today. Taeyeon had like
perfect game.
They just everyone looked super good. But yeah, it sucked that Soyeon had to leave so early. I don't know. There was just more to offer there. You know what I mean?
I think so too.
And Ellie was in that team, and I feel like you could tell she was getting ready for the exit, but she lives the fight another day.
Sorry, that was the I Do team. I don't remember if I said that the first time. I don't remember what group I said the first time, but that was the I Do team.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody keeping track out there that was listening this long. So yeah, that happened, and she gave a little speech. Bora and Yanni cried a lot and hugged each other.
Yeah, they were like sitting back. Because there was like the stage, there's like a little not back area, but like, I don't know.
Because this next elimination really tore him up.
They were crying their eyes out. Yeonhee has cried so much in this show.
She really has. And then next was the puzzling team. They had 2 eliminations, which were the 2 that we picked, obviously.
Yeah.
Charon and Jui got eliminated.
Pretty obvious picks.
Even though, I don't know. It's funny because in the first one, Ellie was like standing there, and I'm like, she's got to be sweating right now. Like she knows she's getting eliminated. She knows she's going home.
Well, she had a little interview earlier in the show, and she's just like, I'm really scared I'm going to get eliminated.
I couldn't even concentrate. I could be in the bottom 5. I couldn't even practice right.
Yeah, she couldn't even like sing her part because she was scared.
But yeah, so then we went to the second team, and that's when Sharon and Julie got eliminated, and Bora just bawled her eyes out. Like, she was, like, heartbroken.
I mean, and you can go back and listen. There was no surprise there for us. Pretty confident Julie was going to go home. And, I mean, we love Sharon. We really do. But, like...
She's been, like, virtually non-existent.
She's kind of just not been on the show.
She had a bad opening performance, and he really hasn't been,
just
in anything. Not even on screen ever.
Hasn't really done too much. You know, been a part of some good stages, but it's just nothing super memorable. So that one wasn't really a surprise.
Then the last one, we got the classic IDGA team.
Yeah.
And there was only 4 of them because the other members made it into the top 7.
I was so confused. I was like,
now, the 4 members there were Doa, Faye, Sunga, and Soen. And at this point, we kind of already saw who got eliminated. We didn't want to, but we did because we went and voted.
Yeah.
And their little ID things were blocked out, so you're like, oh, well, they must have got eliminated.
Yeah.
Now, at this point, if we didn't know who got eliminated...
Oh my gosh, I would have no idea.
I would have had no idea which one of the 2 was going to go. Because they already said there's going to be 5, and 3 of them were gone. So out of the 4 of them, they knew 2 of them weren't going to be...
That would have been electric.
2 of them weren't going to make it.
I would have had no idea. I would have, like... Because, I mean, there's 4, so, like, 25% chance, I guess. I don't know.
And it's funny because 2 of them are the ones I thought were going to get eliminated, and they didn't. Actually, we both thought Faye was going to get eliminated.
And...
I thought Chami might get eliminated. But it turned out it was Sunga and Soen. 2 very shocking picks, honestly.
I
mean, I knew Soen wasn't, like, the most popular member of Weekly, so that wasn't, like, surprising to me.
Right.
But I was just kind of like, really? Out of other people?
She's just done really well on the show, and I feel like she's had some good stages that she showcased.
Also, like, maybe 30 to 35% of this episode was just interviews with her being sad that she kept losing.
Yeah.
She had a lot of screen time this week.
I feel like she was on the show quite a bit.
Actually, so did
the whole
Sunga.
time.
They both did.
I feel like Soen was on there a lot and did well, and just kind of had a really like happy vibe. And I was surprised by that one when I saw it for sure. I don't know. I thought Soen would definitely at least make it past the first one. And then I was pretty shocked by Sunga actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe she got eliminated.
She's kind of been killing it the last few. I mean, her opening thing was not great, but neither was like anyone else's pretty much. I don't know. I mean, I like Sunga a lot, even like before this. And I'd been voting for her. Obviously, it didn't work. I'd been voting for her the last few times. But she was really killing it. Like her rap and stuff when she went over to the other team. Like she just was really like digging into the concepts they had and doing a really good job. And she's like a part of the winning team, I think. But I don't know. She just didn't get the votes. Again, we didn't see any numbers, so we don't actually know what it was. But
it didn't say.
I was surprised by those 2.
It didn't really say who was like 5 and who was.
I know it wasn't like the first loser, second loser. They were just all the same.
Yeah, I just kind of.
So those 2 were shocking. The most probably was Sungha. Sharon Jui, not shocking, and then Soyeon was kind of like. It was surprising. I wouldn't have guessed it. I didn't guess it, so. But yeah, it was our 5 eliminations. Well, I don't know if we said we actually learned what this group is now too. Like,
yeah.
I guess we should mention that real quick.
Yeah, they like announced their name, which is freaking weird. Worse than Kepler, worse than Zero Base 1. They're called like L's Up.
L's Up.
And it's like puzzle backwards, but with like some weird crap added to it and a 7 for one of the
like
L's.
A plus sign, and it's like
yeah, it's weird.
I just feel like they're trying to be too crazy. Like, just make something simple. Like,
just make 7 Up. Is that name trademarked already?
That's exactly like that would be cool. I just like mine to just baddies with a 7 as like the second D. It's like because it's K-pop doesn't have to make sense, but you can just call them baddies. That'd be sick. I don't know. I didn't know why there's a plus sign in there. I told you that. I was like that really.
Yeah, it's weird. And then I guess they said that they're gonna have a whole album done, like promotions, gonna go on like a world quote unquote world tour. Who knows what that means?
Let's just say...
And do, like, actual stuff as a group.
Yeah, like, let's just say from what we kind of thought initially as, like, a project group, this is a million times more things than I thought. This is actually, like, legit. Like, that made the show, when I read about it, like much more real. Because I thought it was just gonna be a thing where they do maybe a few songs, do a couple stages, and they're done. Like they're like actually gonna be a group, and if they're gonna actually go on like a tour too, like that's pretty legit. They're gonna have a stage at Mama. Like
yeah, it's gonna be cool.
I was like, okay, this show's like way more legit now, and I kind of don't know why they didn't say that in the beginning. Like I get the name, you can save that, whatever, but I don't know why in the beginning they didn't have the stakes because I don't know. It just kind of adds that kind of pressure, but I like it. I'm excited, and I think, I think I'd be interested to go see whatever they're called when they come on a tour, if they do. But way more than I thought they were going to do.
I mean, same, but we'll see when it actually happens.
Like, not even close, actually. But, yeah, so that's cool. That was our eliminations. Then everyone kind of hugged and cried. And that was 2 hours.
Yeah, definitely not worth 2 hours.
They definitely just make it as dramatic as possible. So we don't even have an episode next week.
Apparently not. I don't know what's going on with that. That's kind of weird to me, but whatever. I don't know.
Maybe they just couldn't film it. I don't know. We'll see what this orange one's
so
about.
Yeah, we're going to end our episode here at this orange drink. It is very orange. I can tell you that right now. Hopefully this one's good.
Smells like it.
Because I've got a whole big old thing.
Yeah, it's like
here.
a big bottle. I think you're going to like it.
Yeah, that's good. It literally just tastes like an orange creamsicle drink. Like a...
yeah, that was good.
Like
yeah.
orange soda on like ice cream.
It really does taste like they kind of just like mix it with ice cream and like it melted.
It's like a liquid version.
Yeah.
It's good.
Wow. Really impressed with
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
Rolling Lawns Farm
in Greenville.
I'm going to go drive there and shake their hand.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty good.
Those are all very good.
I know there was a couple other flavors too that I didn't pick up.
There's a lot of them sold out.
Yeah, I know it's good. So shout out to you guys. That's probably one of the best things I've ever drank on this
Honestly.
show. In the 3 years we've been around.
No, for real. Like, overall,
I'm
probably...
very impressed with the strawberry one. That was like really
It was
good.
delicious. Overall, probably like the best showing as a team as far as drinks go. Because
I have to agree.
usually, I don't know. I feel like usually we get pretty average stuff. Like, nothing really blows us away. Sometimes it's horrible, but this was excellent.
But let us know what you guys thought of the show. Let us know if you're going to go see Triple S when they come in a concert here in a little bit. By Triple S, I mean Lovolution. That's like half of them.
Lovolution.
And we're going to go watch some Triple S Signal videos.
Yeah, we got to catch up. So we'll catch with you guys next week. We'll figure out something to do. But until then, until the next Queendom Puzzle, I'm JT's Fall Girl. We love you guys. We have the Queendom Podcast. Goodbye.
Later.